Hello folks and welcome back. There's a well-known saying in life that you should be careful what you wish for. Well, my wish was certainly granted yesterday. Around about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock last night, the rains came, the heavens opened up, and we had about 6 hours of fantastic rain, really soaked into the ground, and the plants are looking lovely. Saw in the last video these shallots, and so they've perked up. But the best ones of all, I thought, was the celery, because a couple of them was looking sick. I'll just take it over and show you. And here's the celery. These two plants in particular was actually flat on the ground. They've perked up. Peas have enjoyed it. And this is the brassica bed, looking nice and ready. So get into the greenhouse and see what we can get going. Because we've got more intermittent showers forecast over the next day or two, I'm going to take advantage of that. And what I've done, I've built this little lash up here, just on a couple of metal stands. And the plan is to bring out the plants from the allotment greenhouse. That's the brassicas, onions, and I think there might be beetroot as well. I'm going to bring them out here to actually take advantage of the fresh rain, and also it'll hard them off as well. And so I put that little framework around, and I'll be able to drop a net over to keep the pigeons out. So first of all, we need to go and do a little stock check, see what we've actually got to plant out. I've got brassicas in about 3 different stages of growth, because I did alternate sowings. That's mainly because I had failures using old seed. So lessons learned. Anyway, I'm going to get these out onto that platform you just saw outside, and then we can do a little stock check of what we've got in total. All protected with a net. I decided to bring everything out in the end, including the onions. It's just started spitting with rain again now. We have got the odd shower during the afternoon, so I don't think I'm going to be planting out today, but at least these will get some of nature's liquid gold. So hopefully tomorrow it's a dry forecast all day and we can start getting to work again. Well, I've done my stock check, and as usual I've got far too many plants than I actually need. Well, that's not a problem at all. So the plan is for this morning is to get the brassicas, or as many as I can, planted into this bed here. As usual, along the back row will be going the sprouts, because those are the tallest, and then I don't want them to block any light off the other plants near to them. So I'm going to crack on with that. As usual, I've got a detailed video how I grow my brassicas. I'll put a link up here. I'm going to carry on now planting out. If there's anything special happens or something I think will be of interest, I'll bring the camera over and let you join in. But apart from that, I'm going to see if I can get these done, because it still looks a bit dull this morning. Hopefully I can get them in before the rain comes. Well, staying away from the camera didn't last very long, did it? I just wanted to show you these. These are the sprouts, and these are my usual ones called crispus. Now I've ground them, potted them on into these. These are deep cell trainers from container wise. There's 15 in here. As you can see, they're quite a nice deep thing. Big hole to put your finger in to push the plug out. And I don't know if that'll show up, but there's a nice little root ball on there. Brassicas tend to like a tight root ball, so if anything, I'll let mine get a bit root bound in the pot before I plant out. The other thing and all, usually I'll give this a top dressing with a thing called pelka, and that when it rains on it converts it to hydrated lime. But I haven't had a chance to do that this year, so what I'm going to do in the planting hole is put a fistful of lime, and once the brassica bed is completely planted, I'll probably then add a top dressing of pelka and let the rain just wash it in. Right, this time I really am going to start planting. So this is the current state of play of the brassicas being planted out. I've put a temporary net over just to keep the intruders away. Along the back we've got the Brussels sprout crispus. Next to those we got the roundhead cabbage. Next to that we got the Calabrese hindman, and on the front here, along this edge here, is a Savoy cabbage called Serpentine. Now, slightly different for me this year. These beds, by the way, are 18 feet long, right the way up to the top there, and going across the width-wise is 8 feet. Normal plan of action for me is to divide these into 3, so I roughly get an 8x6 bed butted up to each other. And in the end here, I usually put my cabbages, in the middle cauliflower, and on the end there I'll have Calabrese, maybe a bit of Swede or something like that as well. But because this year the end bed there is out of action, so I've had to compact stuff, not growing so much brassicas and all. So in this bed we've got the celery and also the peas sharing with the brassicas. Now I was going to finish planting this part of the brassica bed out, but the things that I'm missing is the cauliflower. As I said earlier on in the video, that I did do multiple stage planting of the brassicas because I had some failures due to using old seed. And rather than plant the plants out in like a small stage like that, I'm going to give them another week or two to put a bit more growth on before I put them out. Ideally I'd like them similar size to that, so that's not going to hurt. But what I will do today is actually build the brassica cage for the whole bed, and then I can transfer this like holding pen within the brassica cage, and then you've only got one net to worry about. That's the plan anyway. I find it amazing when you're potting around doing a job that your eye catches something else. And I'm just walking past the potatoes and I noticed there's 4 tubs on the end there, still waiting the top mulch of the straw. I have actually bought a little pack of straw, so that'll be another one on the to-do list. And another one I thought about needs doing is by the Vegepod here. Got some lettuce in there, they do well. The radish have shot up very, very quickly, but I've also got some plugs here still of the lettuce. What I'm thinking I might do to those is actually put them next to the celery over in the bed up there. And walking down here, the shallots, while I'm at it, I might as well throw a bit of onion fertiliser around them as well. I've had a tidy up of the Vegepod. I've tied the spring onions up there till I'm ready to use. On the right hand side, the cleared out there was a all year round cauliflower. I've taken that out with fairly big root ball and potted it into a 30-litre pot. It's got a bit wilty at the moment, but I've watered it in. I think it'll pick up. I've topped the soil up, give it a bit of bloodfish and bone, and then I've added spring onions, more lettuce, and the drills down the middle you can see there, those are radish. So hopefully over the upcoming weeks that's going to give us a nice salad collection. And in the end I didn't bother putting the lettuce up by the celery. I've got some space at the front of this bed with the shallots in, so I've done alternate plantings there of lettuce and spring onion, so we're not going to go short of salad. It's amazing how much quicker doing a job is when you don't have to film. Right, we've got the main brassica cage up, the framework. Nets on the top, just rolled it back, and as you can see I've moved this temporary storage area over to here, and now I can get the net across the whole of it, and that's sorted in one place. Right, that's the cage put over the top now. I've just given this bed a weed. This is destined to be the onion bed, and I've also put a hose pipe over it. The onions will probably go out in another week or so. And what I like to do with all the onion beds is give them a top dress of superphosphate. It's something I picked up off the Robinsons company, the one who grow the home of the giant onion. They top dress theirs, and they've been growing the onions in the same place for about 70 years. So I don't think you can do it any harm. Anyway, I'm going to give these a top dressing now. just bring you into the greenhouse and show you what's been happening here. I've moved a lot of trays about just to harden stuff off basically. I've got some geraniums there that I need to put a bit more size on. There's petunias, a couple of trays there, begonias, and more begonias. Down to the bottom there, these are the tomatoes. Them mixed varieties they are. I don't know if to pot them on onto bigger or just put them into the auto pots after. Some fuchsias there, look a bit ropey but they'll be okay. Beetroot, that dried out, it seems to be picking up. And I think there's basilises, what have you. And round this side, I've got me runner beans. Them are clambering to get out, although still I sure if I'm going to have any more frost, I might leave it another week or two. And some more big begonias, they might be going into the hanging baskets. So I'm going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes in here having a little clear out. And another job I want to do is I've got these aubergines here, they're desperate for potting on. So I'll be doing them. And hopefully in the next video, hope you join me, we'll be out sorting the onions out. Until then, stay safe all and bye for now.